Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking back at Chainlink and its valuation against Bitcoin as well as the US dollar. There are two things I want to talk about today. One is the relationship of Chainlink with the Ethereum chart now, or with Ethereum actually, sorry. Um, Currently, I have the Bitcoin chart up here, but I mean, Binance does have a Link ETH chart that you can look at, which will show that as of for the entire cycle life of Chainlink, it has been outpacing Ethereum. Now, one thing to also consider is you notice that the mounds aren't as uh, I guess peaky, I guess is the right word for it, than the Chainlink Bitcoin chart. Because you see, like we have these peaks and retracements, peak and retracements, etc. And when you look at the Link Ether chart, essentially you see these periods of rise, but after that, it's kind of a slow accumulation, or essentially moving sideways. Now, why is that, right? And one way to look at it is just to compare the two panels. So you put, sorry, one second. You add in Ether Bitcoin and compare the panels to Chainlink versus Bitcoin. And you'll get to understand how that is the case. And we could use recent data from the turn of the year. I was about to say turn of the century, turn of the year for Chainlink and Ethereum. And what has happened, what has transpired. And you'll notice that they are pretty much moving in tandem, right? They move up at the same time, they bleed around the same time. And right now, Ethereum's taking the lead and rallying while Chainlink is kind of lagging behind. I'll get back to that in a second. Um, Again, you see these moves, these two. I wish I could draw it at the same time, but essentially, you see these two moves coinciding with each other, retracements also coinciding with each other. Um, as well as the rise, right? That rise, and you get to really then see, and this is prior to the bull market of 2020. You see the moments of on the Link Ether chart of where Link really outpaces Ethereum, and that was during, for example, this period here in April of 2019. You saw Chainlink rise while Ethereum did have a move up and then a bleed. So there are instances of both cases. In most cases, as of recently, and you can use recent data to kind of weight it more than past data, that Ethereum and Chainlink have been kind of working in tandem with one another. So what does this mean for Chainlink now? Well, as I mentioned before, Chainlink is kind of lagging behind. We're up 9% for the week. Um, Ethereum was up is up 6% for the week. But the week after that, Ethereum moved up 18.67%. So, on a visual look, Ethereum looks a lot better. I mean, it's got five green weekly candles at the moment right now. We're printing the fifth one. We'll see at the end of the week how it looks. But uh, you can see that they're pretty much in tandem with one another. Chainlink again is lagging behind. It's only up 51% against Bitcoin, while Ethereum is up 61% against Bitcoin, or 62, roughly speaking. So Chainlink is lagging behind. But what does this mean? It could mean that Chainlink is finally turning it around. It could mean that Chainlink is finally waking up. We could be pushing for a summer move for Chainlink, or a late spring move. I anticipated something in the summer. I didn't think something would happen this quick, but I'll take it as they come. I'll take it now if it happens. Like there's nothing wrong with it happening now. It was just that I anticipated it to be different. But the key to this is even if you think the move is in summer, now in the spring next year, the important part is to be aware that that move is possible and to kind of um, be flexible on it, right? You already have your chain link position, and and all you're doing is waiting now. Unless you're the type of person that waits for some kind of confirmation, um, then you're obviously waiting by the sidelines. But I would caution you that it's not a good idea to buy to chase the move. I guess is the term for it, chasing the move when the move's already started and now you're chasing it. I'd rather just buy when things are a little quiet or when people are not interested. I remember like here and here, everyone was talking about how Chainlink was going to be is done. No one's talking about Chainlink anymore. Everyone was talking about something else. That was around the time when I was buying. And I think that's just it's cleaner, it's simpler, and you're not subjected to watching like the 5 minute chart on Chainlink trying to capture what you think is going to be the move. It's a lot cleaner and simpler to accept that you don't know what the move is. You don't know when it's going to happen, but what you can do is prepare for it. So with that said, Chainlink is on the rise. I think Chainlink is waking up, much like how people are talking about Ethereum waking up. Chainlink is also waking up, and you can see it when comparing the two together. You know that they were moving since the turn of the year, pretty much in tandem. And when you look at the Link Ether chart, when you combine the two together, you notice that since the turn of the year, we've essentially been moving sideways. So um, at this point, it can continue to move sideways, meaning that Chainlink, and Ethereum are moving in the same direction. But because it seems like Chainlink is lagging behind Ethereum, I think what could happen is Ethereum might be taking the reins for a bit. We might see the Link Ether valuation dip even further, but then we're going to see a resurgence of Chainlink. That could be a scenario. I'd like to see that scenario. It seems like that scenario is happening now with with Chainlink up almost 4%, while Ethereum's down 2.5%. But we'll see. In other words, in conclusion, I would like to conclude with the U.S. dollar chart. Chainlink is nearing $40 again, and this is a significant milestone. I will say, but $40 is not what I'm here for. Um, eh, with Chainlink, because it's such an interesting asset. I mean, you're never gonna. I don't think you'd ever see an asset quite like this. That since November of 2017 has just been going up. Has just been going up. So with that said, $40 is great, but I have my eyes on other targets. Now that shouldn't discredit me selling, right? I do plan to sell Chainlink along the way to the ultimate target, like I do with any asset. Because again, I don't know with 100% certainty it'll reach that point, but I at least can prepare for both sides. And that means selling slowly on the way up. With that said, looking at where Link Bitcoin is, looking at where the US dollar is, and the price of Bitcoin at the moment, the chances of Chainlink going to $100 is very good, I think. A great example is uh, just look at prior data. So August 10th, the week of August 10th, we got to a valuation of 158,000 Satoshis. 158,000 Satoshis. We're currently at 70,000 Satoshis. If if Chainlink, okay, if Chainlink gets back above or gets to this level and Bitcoin is at around $55,000, that immediately makes Chainlink around an $84 per token valuation. Okay, $84. And at $84, it's only a sneeze away. Okay, so if we measure 84 to $100, that is less than a 20% move up. And so with that said, $100 is very plausible. We'll see if Chainlink goes even higher than 150,000 satoshis, 160,000 satoshis. I'll be floored. I'll be very impressed, and it's something that I'm half expecting, and I obviously want to happen, but we'll obviously take it one step at a time. Here we are talking about $100 when we haven't even broken 40. But what I just want to say is that by looking at the Link Bitcoin chart and comparing it to the price of Bitcoin, if Chainlink got back to this level, which it most likely will, we will be seeing an $80+ Chainlink token. And so with $84, $100 is within reach. And that's kind of my rationale of why $100 is fairly plausible. And I'm willing to hold it, willing to hold a part of my position for that target. But at the moment right now, again, in conclusion, I know I just said in conclusion about the dollar, but in conclusion, Chainlink is up some pretty impressive milestones. A sneeze away from a milestone. Um, and it seems like the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio is finally waking up. And there's so many factors I think right now that make Chainlink bullish. I made the video yesterday talking about how Chainlink is still bullish. It is still bullish, especially when you see a lot of altcoins like Cardano, VeChain, all these other altcoins making impressive moves, and Chainlink has simply just been moving essentially sideways since since January. Okay, we could talk about the range of 47 to 70,000 Sats and call that range bound. Liquidity is flowing back into certain altcoins. I think those altcoins are Ethereum, Chainlink, and a few others. Um, so from the mid caps to the large cap altcoins, and those large caps back into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin into Ethereum. I think a lot of the liquidity into from Bitcoin is moving into the large cap altcoins. I think so. It's a very tumultuous time, very exciting time, especially if you're a Chainlink holder. But that's all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.